everyone, this is Lieve Casbin, straight from Kalkine Studio. You're watching Go Green with Kalkine. Today, let's talk about how climate change can add to the healthcare costs of Canada. Climate change is not just a looming danger in terms of the environment and economy, it also poses a real threat to public health, which can lead to increased healthcare costs. A new study by the Canadian Institute for Climate Choices, or the CICC, notes that climate change could likely add more than $100 billion a year to Canada's healthcare costs by the year 2050. The CICC also points out that climate change will have a more severe impact on people who are already more vulnerable. The co-author of this study, Ryan Ness, stresses that environmental issues like air pollution and rising heat waves affect people disproportionately. These environmental issues in particular impact those who don't have access to the resources that an average Canadian might have. The researchers in this study conclude that climate change is not only likely to cost billions of dollars to the country's healthcare system, but it could also reduce economic activity in the coming years. Let's take a deep dive into why. Poor air quality is expected to be the biggest contributor to this crisis. As global temperatures rise, so will the concentrations of ground-level ozone, which is a major component of smog. And as the smog level increases, human health will also be affected. This, in turn, automatically results in mounting healthcare costs in the future. The researchers estimated that poor air quality alone will likely be responsible for costs of up to 87 billion Canadian dollars every year by the year 2050 and 246 billion a year by 2100. Apart from poor air quality, heat waves are also a major concern. The CICC study points out that due to the rise in heat waves, by 2050 the Canadian provinces of Ontario and Manitoba could experience 75 days in every year when people could die due to heat-related issues. Hospitalisations, on the other hand, will likely increase by 21% or more due to hot weather conditions. The estimated costs of death and reduced quality of life due to heat waves would range from 3 billion Canadian dollars to 3.9 billion. In terms of productivity, according to the study, rising temperatures are likely to bring down the hours of work to 128 million annually by 2100, which would be a loss of 15 billion Canadian dollars. Physical illnesses aside, climate change will also be a major threat to mental health. The study notes that the psychological impacts of weather changes might lead to detrimental effects on people's mental health, leading to a reduction in productivity among Canadians. The report found that productivity losses in Canada associated with depression are already at 34 million Canadian dollars, while anxiety-related issues cost the country 17 billion Canadian every year, with climate change adding to the increased rate of mental illness. Well, that's it for now. I'll be back soon with more shows around clean energy, renewables and climate change. Thanks for watching. I'm Lieve for Kalkinemedia.